Hi, ich bin's Richard von Rammstein und Emigrate and you guys watching Loudwire.
Guten Tag, ich bin Gruhamed und ich bin mit Richard Kruspe aus Rammstein und Emigrate. Willkommen, thank you so much for coming by.
Schön, hast du aber gut gelernt. Wie lange hast du gebraucht, um das zu lernen? How long took you to learn that?
Oh yeah, that was about like 7th grade German.
Right.
That is a little.
Or thank you.
That's
take
all.
care of
That's
it.
all I got. But
Hey guys, thanks for having me here and
thank you so much for coming. So,
all right, cool.
So yeah, this is Wikipedia Fact or Fiction. So basically, we just went to your Wikipedia page, Rammstein, Emigrate, all that stuff. Put together a bunch of things, and you can tell me what's fact or what's fiction, and you can elaborate if you choose.
Okay.
You were born Richard Sven Kruspe in Wittenberg, East Germany.
Wrong.
Wrong already?
First
Oh,
first of all, I was born under the name Sven Kruspe, which had changed to Richard, because
okay.
I do believe that everyone in the world should, if they're under 20, should have a chance to change their name. Because
wow.
I don't like the idea that parents give you a name and you're never able to change that. So that's why I changed my name. Secondly, the city is wrong, called Wittenberge with an E in the end, not Wittenberg.
Okay, I think
It's
that's
a different city.
Oh, really? Okay.
All right.
At the age of 16, you bought your first guitar in Czechoslovakia. You had originally planned to sell it, but once you returned to East Germany, you met a girl at a campground and she asked you to play it. And you didn't really know how to play it too well, you were just kind of jamming, and that kind of got you interested in playing the guitar. And as a result, you began playing every day and night for the next 2 years.
That's right.
That's right?
Yeah. I wasn't drinking, so I had a lot of time and money left because all my friends, they were like talking and drinking. So I was kind of bored and I was walking around and I saw this music shop, and in East Germany you couldn't buy any instruments.
Oh, that's
So
right.
it was really hard to get instruments there. So I felt like, okay, I could buy an acoustic guitar and like make some money on it, because I was quite on myself with the age of 14. So I had to take care of also business as well. So my young age. So, and then I went back to the camp where we had our tent, and there was this girl asking me, because she saw me with the guitar, to play something for her, but I couldn't. And I told her I can't. And to make myself clear, I put the guitar and was like strumming on the guitar.
Yeah.
And somehow in her face made the impression to me that she liked what she was hearing, even though I couldn't play. So I think that was a key moment for me to start to make music, which is not so true because when I grew up, East Germany was all about sport.
Yeah.
So my music teacher actually called my parents once and asked me, because she felt that I was kind of had something going. But my parents said no, and I became a wrestler. So that's what I did.
Okay.
So until I found my guitar with the girl that
It,
made me play guitar, and then I played really for almost 2 years, and I went to to a conservatorium in Schwerin in East Germany, and I remember that all those guys there, they could really play well. They
Sure.
could play all those songs, and I couldn't for some reason. So I just like really bad, I must say. The only thing I could play was a song by UFO called Dr.
Oh,
Please.
of course.
And so I went in with my guitars and just jammed along, and somehow they liked me, and that's why I got into the conservatorium, which I learned for 4 years jazz guitar.
For an additional 2 years in your early 20s, Wikipedia says you lived in an apartment in East Berlin with a drum kit and a guitar, and you made music by yourself because you didn't know anyone else in the area. You describe it as a lonely time, but you used it very well to explore music.
Yeah.
True, okay.
Yeah, Berlin in general, west or east, was it was a great city where a lot of things happened. It was very, very difficult to get in there. It was kind of very snobby in a way, you know? And especially the first years, I knew I had to go away from Schwerin, because there weren't that many musicians to play around, so I had to do the next step. So I left and I squatted in an apartment.
Okay.
And basically the only thing I had was this drum kit and my guitar. And that's what I did a long time, just play around and, came up with things. I was really lonely, but then again, to make music, you always be lonely, I guess.
Well, it's obviously a very good subject for some great music out there. On October 10th, 1989, before the fall of the Berlin Wall,
Yes.
You found yourself in the middle of a political demonstration accidentally, and it says that you were hit on the head and arrested just for being there, and you were thrown in jail for 6 days.
That's right.
That's true. Okay.
Yeah, I was actually, at this time, there was a new party growing called the Neues Forum, and there was a lot of demonstration going on, and I was trying to visit a friend, and I came out of a subway station where I got all of a sudden around a circle from police, and it took me on a truck or some police car, and it drove me away, and there was a 6 days of like interrogation. You know, you had to stay on a wall for hours, and you wouldn't move, they would hit you.
Oh.
And obviously, you know, they wouldn't believe me because the story that I told them, you know, they felt that it was true. So I never actually planned to leave the country. Mm-hmm. So I never had a plan right now to escape. But after that, I felt like somebody was strangling me. I felt like I couldn't breathe anymore. So I decided to escape from east to west.
Yes. Your first band ever was called Orgasm Death Gimmick.
That's right.
That's a really, really good name.
You know that it's their explanation where when you get strangled, that you get, before you reach death, you get an orgasm.
Ah, the autoerotic
exactly. This is called the orgasm death gimmick.
Wow, okay, well there's the meaning. Awesome. Since forming in 1994, Rammstein have had no lineup changes.
Yeah.
That's true. That's so rare. That's absolutely so rare.
Well, there's a lot of talking, a lot of therapies.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, one of those things that I think what I tried to explain earlier before in the interview, that you got to listen to your own rhythm of the band. And I think a lot of people, they chose differently, which, you know, it's their choice. Everyone is free and everyone can choose what they want to. But if you don't follow your own rhythm, then you will be burned out at some point in your life, and then you do mistakes and make bad decisions. And we always took really our time to listen to each individual in the band, and even think like if someone says like I can't do it anymore, you know, to really pay the respect and, you know, honor that and say okay, let's wait. You know, it's not an easy thing to do, but it brought us to 20 years of not changing any members, so it's quite good.
Rammstein and the self-titled song were both named after the Rammstein air show disaster.
Yes.
70 people were killed following a mid-air plane collision. But then you guys have also said that the name was inspired by the giant doorstep-type devices found on old gates called Rammstein with an E at the end.
Oh, it has a double meaning.
Okay.
You know, Rammstein has a double meaning. It
Okay.
wasn't inspired by that, but the meaning of Rammstein is also something you used to have in old buildings, you know, to protect the house.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the other thing is that Rammstein, the city, is spelled with one M. So we got spelled with two M's.
Okay.
So that's the difference.
So both just kind of together, it just kind of worked that way?
Yes.
Cool. It says in Wikipedia that Rammstein's first major boost in popularity outside Germany came when Trent Reznor chose 2 Rammstein songs for the David Lynch film Lost Highway.
I don't think that he chose the one. I think that what happened was that when the record company came first and asked us about doing a video, we didn't really have any idea about videos in general. So we said, yeah, let's do a video. And so they were asking us about the director, and I love movies. That's, you know, and so we said, let's David Lynch.
Really, who better to make a
exactly.
cool video than David
But then
Lynch?
the record company said, well, you know, he doesn't really do videos, you know, so he's doing movies right now. Well, I said, like, let's give it a try. Let's, you know, see what comes out of that. So the story goes that they were sending the package, and he was in the middle of Lost Highway, and he was listening to the CD, and actually got inspired by using the music and let everyone on the set actually performing through the music. So that's why.
Wow, how cool is that?
Well, yeah, well.
Awesome. It says that when you married South African actress Carol Bernstein in...
Karen.
That's my fault, actually. Sorry about that. in 1999. It says you actually composed the music for your own wedding.
That's right.
Really?
Oh, it was beautiful.
Wow.
Only the wedding, though.
Oh no. How do you go about composing music for your wedding? What kind of inspiration did you take for that?
The song was really sad somehow.
Oh.
So I kind of like foresaw certain things.
Oh,
so
jeez.
But it was really touching too.
For the Mother album, it says that you wrapped a thread of your own hair onto the G string of the guitar, saying that it gave the guitar a certain sound that you enjoyed. Is that just complete bullshit?
No, what I did was actually, I every time I was playing a riff, I was trying to beat up my heart.
Okay.
I had a watch where you can actually read the heartbeat.
Okay. Sure.
So what I did was trying to reach the heartbeat exactly for the beat, to play exactly with the same heartbeat to the riffs.
Oh, wow.
I'm a little insane when it comes to that, but I do certain things like that, yeah.
But nothing with tying a hair around a string?
Not a hair, no. I
No.
don't really hear the hair. And this kind of distortion sound, so sonically impossible.
You started Emigrate in 2005, but the idea for the band came to you after Rammstein's Mutter era.
Well, it came out of a frustration where I felt that I was doing too much. You know, as I tried to explain before, Rammstein is really kind of a democracy environment where everyone believes he can do everything, which is good and bad at the same time. So by me doing a lot of writing, I guess the other guys felt they had to do the same thing. So there was a certain kind of pressure in the band. I think that when I not only started Emigrate, also left Berlin to New York, immigrated from Germany to America, that I felt kind of relieved.
Last one for you.
All right.
May 6, 2014, Emigrate's main website was displaying its usual content, but started displaying a simple message on a plain white background saying, "It works," in black writing.
That's great.
Yeah.
I don't know that, but
No?
I like it.
It sounds good, though.
Yeah, it really does.
Really. It works, apparently. It
Yeah.
worked. Fair enough.
Well, good.
All right. Well, thank you so much for
Oh,
coming.
thank you.
I really appreciate it. All right. Emigrate. Check them out.